Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of The Admiral, Roaring Currents, a Korean war action drama hybrid from 2014 that stars Choi Min-sik. This movie depicts the Battle of Myeong-ryang, which took place on October 26, 1597. The battle involved Admiral Yi Sun-Shin, who had only 12 ships under his command, in the Japanese Navy, which had over 100 battleships and 200 support ships. So this movie does not waste much time setting up the conflict in the situation. We get some text at the very start. The Admiral himself gets imprisoned, tortured, and relieved of his command due to a political conspiracy. Well, after the failure of Korean military defenses against the Japanese, he is somehow reinstated and must find a way to defend his nation. So soldiers are deserting their posts, fleeing for safety, and general morale of the Koreans is at an all-time low. And the Admiral is under a lot of pressure to figure something out, and some of his top men are disputing with each other regarding the best way to handle this situation. I mean, some of them just want the Admiral to retire so they could just transfer to the army and, do that method. Other guys want to stand their ground in the waters. And on top of that, the Admiral himself he's got some physical problems. He's coughing up blood and he's not looking too good. So I think the dramatic core of Roaring Currents is actually pretty good. I think it works well. The big theme of this movie, at least what I got out of it, is the idea of boosting morale. So much of the film revolves around this concept, and the Admiral's battle strategy is, in part, developed to improve the self-esteem of his troops. He needs to figure out a way, psychologically, to give his men the confidence to fight. And I found that to be kind of an interesting way to frame the film. I thought it worked. Choi Min-sik, he just kind of owns this role. And he portrays this unexpectedly vulnerable protagonist who's also proficient in war strategy and, taking people out. You know what I mean? He was kind of born to be in a movie like this. He's in complete command of his character, totally convincing in this movie. Now, one odd aspect of the casting is that some of the Japanese characters are played by Korean actors, like Cho Jin-woong and Seung-ryong. But I think their Japanese pronunciation seemed pretty good. It was convincing enough, at least for an American. But I thought their acting was actually pretty good in this. And Seung-ryong he's always good. We know this. And he's the primary antagonist of the film. So his charisma is on display, and he parallels Choi Min-sik's character quite well. They make a good pairing of enemy and protagonist. But the most memorable sequence of the movie is the entire second half. The entire second half of the film. It's a pretty cool naval battle that lasts about 50 minutes long. 50 minutes long. And it's fun to watch. It is unrealistic in parts. There are some CGI effects, but it has to be one of the best sea combat sequences in recent memory. There's a huge body count, tons of destruction, and even some, effectively exciting moments within the sequence itself. The battle kind of goes back and forth, it sways back and forth. It's good stuff. I thought it was entertaining. And all of this comes to you from the director of War of the Arrows, so the action is going to be pretty good in this. I recommend The Admiral, Roaring Currents. I liked it, man. If the premise sounds interesting to you and you like the lead actor, I think it's one to check out. It's available on Amazon streaming and physical media. And as always, I will see you next time.